Welcome to Author Toolset Tuesday with a quote from the amazing Abraham Lincoln. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Put that way, it makes it so simple, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. So very simple. Hi there, my name is Christopher Diarmani, and it is my pleasure, it is my passion, it is my purpose to empower aspiring Christian nonfiction writers to share their story, their trauma to triumph journey, using a complete, detailed roadmap for writing success so they can write and publish their book and make the impact they know they were born to make in this world. Pretty simple. Discipline is what separates writers from published authors. It really is that fundamental. Discipline is what separates writers from published authors. The guys and the women, the men and the women who get published are the people who sit down and diligently every day do the work required to finish their book. You can't publish it till it's finished. Discipline is the thing that forces you to do what is required to do today, so your book can serve as that survival guide for the person you're writing it for. Writing your book is an act of service to that person, him, her, whoever that person is that you're writing this book for, writing this book to serve. It's this act of service. Even though you don't know their name today, you don't know who they are, where they live, you don't know any of that information, you know who they are because you've been who they are. You've come out of all that trauma, all that tragedy, all that pain and the agony, and you found a way out of it, and God put this on your heart to write so you could share that trauma to triumph journey with other people just like you. Your finished and published book is what you want most. So why do you allow procrastination and self-doubt to cloud the skies of your possibility? Those are choices. I know that's not a polite thing to say, but these are choices that we make. I can choose to procrastinate, or I can choose to do the hard thing. Pick up my 2-minute sand timer, put it on my computer, and say, Christopher, you only have to write for 2 minutes. But you have to write for 2 minutes. It gets me started. That's all this little device is meant for, to get me started. Because once I'm started, the laws of physics tell me that the body in motion tends to remain in motion, and I will keep going. I just need a little help to get started sometimes. And if that's you, then go to the dollar store, grab a 2-minute timer. Tell yourself the same lie that I tell myself. Solely because it works. Solely because it works. And it's just the daily discipline of doing the things that work in order to get my book done. That's all. Is it easier to lay on the couch? Of course. I would much rather be doing many other things than what I do at certain times and certain of the day every day of the week. But those other things in that time slot don't get my book written. For me, it really is as simple as that. If I show up every day at 4 o'clock and I write for an hour, this book is inevitable. There's no way I cannot reach the end. Can't not reach the end. But laying in the comfort zone is always simpler, but because there's no challenge in it, right? No challenge whatsoever. But there's no fulfillment there either. And you're not here listening to me because you want to go lay on the couch. You're here listening to me because you want to figure out, how do I get to that place where I can get this thing finished and out there in the world so I can have that sense of fulfillment that Christopher keeps talking about. This is how you do it. You schedule your writing times. You show up. You write. Whether you feel like it or not. You use whatever stupid little childish tricks will get you down the road. Doesn't matter what you want to categorize them as. If they work, they work. That's it. This calling to write this book is not on your heart by accident. You are the perfect person to write this particular book. God chose you for this. Your expertise, your experience, your strength, your hope, your vulnerability are why God placed this calling on your heart. Is it scary? Yeah, it really, really can be. But it's also necessary. Because the more vulnerable I am with myself and with the words I'm throwing onto that page, the more deeply I can reach into that reader's heart and let them know that I actually get it. I understand. because I have been there. That's what your book will do for them. 1 Corinthians 9, 24 and 25 commands us to be disciplined, to forego these momentary distractions in favor of pursuing a far more valuable prize, that fulfillment. Do you not know that those who run in a race all run, but one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may obtain it. And everyone who competes for the prize is temperate in all things. If you're going to write this book, then sit down and write this book. Don't keep talking about it. Don't keep thinking about it. Don't keep complaining about why you can't get it done. Do the simple things that will make it inevitable that you will get it done. Schedule your writing times. Show up at the appointed hour. Write. Whether you feel like it or not. It is really simple, but it requires discipline. And discipline is never simple because there's always something else I'd rather be doing. There's always something else you'd rather be doing. But none of those things will get your book written and out into the world, making that impact that you know you were born to make. And if you want a shortcut to making that impact, then I would encourage you to, to join me on October 19th, Christian Writer Unstuck. ChristianWriterUnstuck.com, and grab your ticket. They're available right now for a deeply discounted price, and it's worth, well, I wouldn't say orders of magnitude more, but I'll certainly say it's worth easily 10 times your ticket price today. Definitely worth that, because I will show you through this 3-day event how you can get your book written and finished out into the world by creating what I call a complete, detailed roadmap for writing success that is tailored specifically to your life and your skills right now today. So when I say, what's your manuscript math number? That's not my number, because my number will be different. So will, Sally's next door and Frank's down the road. Your number will be the number of days that it will take to write your first draft based on who you are, what time you can set aside, and your writing skills today. And you can mark that on your calendar, because that's literally exactly how many days it will take to write that first draft. This is one of many of the tools that I'm going to give you during this live 3-day event. So I'd love to see you there, and I would love to see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock as well. All right. Have a fantastic, fantastic rest of your day. Bye for now.